workspaces. When you think about media companies and you think about where the next generation of media is going and content creation, the most important thing you can start doing as an agency, as a production studio, is thinking about how can you create the environments for your people to succeed and be able to flex their time, adapt no matter where they're working. So Tyler Perry, one of the most successful actors, screenwriters, directors in the world. If you know his story, he actually, for most of his life, was broke. But when he first got his first $12,000, the first thing he did was work on a play. He had to work as a busboy. He had to work as a car salesman. And when he was being interviewed by Chase at one of their small business entrepreneurship events, he was asked by the interviewer, how were you able to be so successful? What did you do to create the environment for your people to succeed? And his reply was this: create an environment where your people can do the best work of their lives. And when you think about that, it leads you to start thinking about if we're living in a future where teams are more important as ever, what is the opportunity for us to think about personalizing the employee experience, but more importantly, elevating and taking advantage of the factors of physical workspace, culture, as well as technology to create an environment in which our people succeed. Physical workspace, culture, and technology. That's how you go about creating a personalized employee experience, which is tailored to the needs, wants, and abilities of your employees. Flexible workspace, technology, and culture. And I thought it was so interesting that Tyler said this because due to this, when you think about the foundations of technology, culture, and flexible workspaces, that's how you start thinking about employee experience differently. That's how, as a studio, as a content production agency, you start looking beyond how do you create the best teams and create an environment, no matter where they're located, where they can do their best work with access to the best technology and in alignment to your culture. So when I think about the future of work and I think about how important environment is to nurturing an all-star team, I believe flexible workspaces create and nurture creativity, which, as you all know, is a dying skill. But when you look at all of the statistics around what are going to be the most important skills in the future of innovation, in the future of technology, in the future of media, in the future of content, creativity, storytelling, being able to communicate with people, these are all essential skills. And now more than ever, we're seeing corporations, we're seeing organizations actually have an increase in demand and looking for how do we bring our people into flexible workspace environments where they can do the best work of their lives, and it actually nurtures collaboration. It actually nurtures cohesion. It actually nurtures creativity. I have something I love to call as the corporate comfort zone. So in the comfort zone and fear zone, you have organizations who are scared. All they do is pay attention to the competition. All they do is look at what their competition is doing, listening to shareholders versus serving the customers. They're just trying to keep the lights on. In the innovation and learning zone, you have great companies who are obsessed about their employees, empowering and positioning their employees to do the best work of their lives. You have organizations who are investing in diversity, inclusion, belonging. You have organizations who are thinking about how can we create environments in which our people don't only succeed within our organization, but they succeed beyond our organization. There's only select few organizations who are in this learning and innovation zone. Most organizations are struggling to survive in the comfort zone. I want to show you a few examples of great organizations who I believe are in the innovation zone and who are actually investing in flexible workspaces in order to thrive for the next era of innovation. Disney. I'm sure everyone's heard of Disney, right? Disney recently launched Disney Plus. In the first day of the product launch, they had over 10 million subscribers. 10 million subscribers. Now, Disney is late to the streaming game, but their team, their organization has realized in order for them to adapt to the next era of media and content, they need to be a part of the streaming wars with Apple Plus and Netflix. But what other people don't realize, and what organizations are failing to realize as well, is that Disney's chairman executive, Bob Iger, when it comes to their culture, they're so invested in thinking about how can we create an environment for our people to succeed. Disney is actually looking at leveraging flexible workspaces for their people, whether it be freelancers, full-time employees, part-time employees, interns, that no matter where they're at, they can go into a WeWork or a space or IWG space to get the best work done. They're investing in an environment to nurture creativity. And then there's Netflix, who's been in the part of the streaming wars for the last 10 years. Netflix is a juggernaut when it comes to buying content and streaming. Now, I was watching an interview recently, and their CEO, Reed Hastings, when he was asked, well, Reed, are you worried that, Apple Plus, Disney Plus, Hulu, and all of these other content companies are coming into the streaming game? Are you concerned? You know what he said? Not at all. Welcome. We welcome them. We're happy they're going to be a part of this innovation that we've already been a part of, that we've led. And it's funny because Netflix, one of the most important things that they're known for is their culture. And a part of their culture is encouraging freedom and flexibility. And that's been one of the reasons why Netflix has been so successful, because they empower their people. They don't have to work from home. They can choose to work. They can choose to come into the workspace. They have control of their time. They're nurturing this culture of flexible workspace, flexible living, flexible working. And it's led to their success time and time again. That's why they're not worried, because they know they're creating an environment in which their people can succeed no matter what. And you're also seeing this revolution take place in Johannesburg, where WeWork has actually already opened their first of many workspaces that's already at 95% capacity. They're soon to open in Cape Town and other areas as well in South Africa. You can see that this revolution isn't just getting started. It's here. There's a demand, whether it be from entrepreneurs to enterprises, on thinking about how can we be a part of environments that drive innovation. Companies are starting to pay attention that if we want our people to succeed, whether we're in media, whether we're in tech, whether we're in healthcare, we need to create that environment where they want to come to work, not where they have to come to work. An environment is what we need to create. Positioning them to the best work possible. So what I want you all to think as leaders is, how can you create an environment that's based on creativity versus output? How can you create an environment that focuses on flexible work versus a 9-to-5? How can you create an environment that actually empowers your people and focuses on shared ownership versus command and control? The future of the workplace isn't command and control. The future of the workplace is positioning your people to do the best work of their lives because they're in an environment that they want to come into. So, what I want you all to know and realize as leaders, I've recently been focused on writing a book that's soon to be released in 2020. And one of the most important things I found out is that the habits of leaders who create this environment that leads to the success of their people is that it's focused on community. Out of the many habits of dynamic leadership, community is one of the most essential habits. And what I believe, and what I challenge you all to think of as leaders in media and entertainment, is how do you create an environment for your people to thrive and feels like a community, not like they need to come to work, but that they want to come to work so they can do the best work of their lives. Thank you.